Welcome to Toasty Gaming, where today we will take an in-depth look at Ubisoft's botting scandal. This week, a literal flood of obvious bot comments appeared under some trailers for Ubisoft games, particularly noticeably under the Assassin's Creed Valhalla trailer. After being found out, Ubisoft has deleted virtually all the bot comments barely 2 days after they appeared, but this situation still isn't over. What concerns me the most about this move by Ubisoft is that this is a so far unprecedented attempt to sway public opinion. This coming from the same company that only recently bribed multiple content creators in order to get positive reviews for Star Wars Outlaws. It's clear that the corporation is getting desperate, but if Ubisoft isn't punished by public opinion harshly enough, we could see more companies try to bot positive comments, which could in time destroy the internet as we know it. After all, social media has become the forum or agora of our modern times, a place where opinions are freely exchanged, and just like with the public plazas of ancient democracies, they're also a great way to gauge and maybe influence the public opinion. Of course, you can argue about bubbles, etc., but the comment section of a trailer for a massive AAA game is a place where hundreds of thousands of players, no matter their creed, culture, sexuality, or political orientation, come together to voice their opinions about an upcoming title. There is something beautiful about that. Every opinion is worth just as much as the other. What counts is how many other viewers agree and like your comment. But by creating fake comments, Ubisoft is attacking this core democratic principle, and this is a far more insidious thing than just a bit of questionable marketing. But before we elaborate on that, we need to address some of the conspiracy theories crafted by Ubisoft defenders in an attempt to discredit any criticism of the company's botting. Nobody seriously tries to deny that these comments were bot comments, but an argument I saw making its rounds starting out from the Ubisoft subreddit is that hatefluencers, among them such illustrious figures as Asmongold, have purposefully bought bots for Ubisoft's trailers in order to have more content to farm hate clicks. I know this sounds somewhere between stupid and insane, but bear with the Ubisoft defenders for a little. You see, unlike us mere sheep, they're great critical thinkers, and so whenever they see a situation like this, they ask themselves, who profits the most? And obviously it isn't Ubisoft, but the people criticizing the company. Therefore, they are the ones who bought the fake company. Truly it's some flawless logic. Maybe the Ubisoft defenders aren't mere mortals, but children of Malkav himself. It would certainly explain why they're playing argumentative 4D chess against themselves and still losing somehow. After all, according to such impeccable logic, Star Wars Outlaws was probably developed by a small team of YouTubers under the creative leadership of Asmongold, so they could all earn millions of dollars through hate clicks. Now, in all seriousness, you need to be slightly deranged to think that anyone apart from Ubisoft paid for these bots. First of all, why would any influencer need more content around Ubisoft? It's not like there is a massive content drought surrounding the company, and even if there was, there are currently like a dozen controversial things happening in gaming every single day. IGN is going after the CEO of Saber Interactive. Xbox has fired a bunch of staff, maybe in an attempt to get rid of DEI hires. CD Projekt Red has presented their newest sexism initiative, and that's just some of the major things that happened in the past few days. There is barely enough outrage going around for all the outrage-worthy things that are happening in gaming right now. Why would anyone need to produce additional outrage by botting Ubisoft? Even if someone was willing to do that, this entire botting situation is only worth one video, and even someone with a following as large as Asmongold won't earn back the price of a large-scale botting campaign with just one video. Secondly, no one but Ubisoft actually has the logistics to put off a botting campaign like that. Yes, the commenters were bots, but the comments were actually written by real people. I actually know of quote-unquote social media marketing companies that offer such services to various businesses. Usually they create bots and your marketing department writes the comments the bots are supposed to leave under a specific social media post. This method is usually used to ensure that the bots aren't recognized as easily and works really well on platforms like Instagram or Facebook. The only problem is that writing hundreds of fake comments for the bots requires a lot of time and effort. The type of time and effort that only a decently sized marketing department can leverage. Alright, now that we have laughed at, analyzed the arguments of the Ubisoft defenders, let's return to the company itself. I have mentioned in the beginning that Ubisoft is attacking a democratic core principle by botting, and I believe that this is the most nefarious aspect of this entire situation. By botting, Ubisoft has tried to use its monetary advantage to buy an opinion that fits the company. This destroys the aspect of almost absolute equality on YouTube. If you leave a comment, no one knows who the real person behind your account is. All we know and judge you for is your honest and unbiased opinion. In gaming, this has ironically led to completely anonymous strangers on the internet oftentimes being more trustworthy than any other news source. Ubisoft is trying to abuse this system by creating a false balance in the comment sections under their trailers. Imagine you just randomly scroll through the comment section and you see someone write that everyone in Japan loves AC Shadows, receiving 5,000 likes. You'd naturally assume that the game is maybe more popular than you believed and might start changing your own opinion. We as humans have a natural tendency to adapt to the majority because we have a deep desire to be socially accepted. It's literally a part of Maslow's pyramid. Ubisoft tried to abuse this core psychological principle by making everyone believe that the critical voices were in the minority, and that the wider audience had finally come in to crush all the evil racists and bigots who criticize Ubisoft. Even if they have now deleted all their bot comments because the community gave them a hard slap on the wrist, I fear that Ubisoft has opened a Pandora's box by botting so openly and shamelessly. We have to remain vigilant, and we need to have our eyes on the other major companies in the gaming sphere lest they try to pull off a botting campaign under the radar. After all, should even one company succeed, the core democratic principle of the internet as an unbiased and free court of public opinion will be at even more risk than it already is. Alright, that would be all for today's video. What do you think about Ubisoft spotting? Am I overreacting here, or do you also believe that Ubisoft is going after the very foundations of democratic exchange on the internet? I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Cheers!